welcome to the B Team Podcast. I am your host, Josh Safran, with my co-host,
Matt Mars,
and our permanent guest,
Rob Nelson.
We're here every week to talk to you about all things Bentonville, bourbon, and business. The B Team Podcast. Be here. Welcome to the B Team Podcast. I'm your host, Josh Safran, with our permanent guest.
I've made it. I'm back.
And who
Bobby Nelson. Rob Nelson.
Everybody's forgotten who you are. You haven't been here in so long.
Bobby.
We go by Bobby.
Bobby.
Yes,
sir. Forget about it.
Forget about it. Well, we're happy that you're here.
Yeah, we are. You know, the viewers kind of sent me a few DMs saying, hey, we kind of miss you the last few episodes. Where you been? I was like, well.
Can you show those DMs to the camera?
Yeah. Like, are they real?
Sure.
Okay.
One of those.
I mean, we were getting a different story. They're like, love the new look. No.
And our guest host,
Matt Mars.
or your co-host. You're not a guest host.
I'm whatever.
I don't want to give
call
you
me
the.
today.
Are you a guest host every single time?
I think so. So, yeah.
Well, we're happy that you're here. And that you've always made it on a regular basis.
We all
I don't
try.
think
We
Matt's
all
missed
try.
one.
No?
I think
So
I've made
missed
them all.
0, and then missed 40%?
Probably. But, it's like, you got to make them look for it, want it. Yeah. It's a little takeaway.
I didn't take that from this conversation.
Yeah, but what's interesting, though, if you see our views and stuff when I'm in it, it's like this.
Yeah, well, how do we get
And
to show up more?
then when I'm not, like, the views go down here.
But that's the point. Your friend in Hawaii and Haley and your mom, like, how do we get them to...
It's about the 3 people that watch this show. Can we get them to vote even when you're not here? That's to kind of keep it low. Yeah, I might bring in my big fans one day. We can do a podcast with that.
If that'll help you show up more often, you do whatever you want. We're here every Thursday for all things Bentonville business and bourbon, and today we have 2 special guests. We were connected from our friend from Suits and Sneakers yesterday. Mm-hmm. I got a nice phone call asking, hey, do you know Ryan Mallett? I said, yeah, of course. Everybody knows the story. Mm-hmm. May he rest in peace. And said, well, they're doing a charity fundraiser with Ryan Mallett's sister and some of the former football players. Can you guys get him promoted? I said, can they be here tomorrow? And here we are. So Lauren and Drew, former Razorback and sister of Ryan Mallett.
Correct.
And we are super excited to have you in today. And any chance we can promote Razorback stuff, community, charity, we're all about it. And so you fit right in perfectly with what we're trying to do.
Appreciate you having us. With it being our first year, it's definitely been a little nerve-wracking to make sure that we've got a great group of guys coming back. And a lot of it is the 2010 team and the guys right after that. So I think they're looking forward to being back together because they don't get to see each other very much. But also, for us, it's a little bit bittersweet because we haven't seen them on the field in a while. And so we've got a good group. And we just want, the Arkansans that know and love our Razorbacks to show up for them and show them the love that we haven't forgot them.
Yeah, no, it's still surreal. And you got to, kind of blink a couple times and move on. But this is a good opportunity to get back together, and not only get back together, but to give back as well and keep remembering Riot.
So you played wide receiver for the team?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
From 2013 to, I believe, 13 to 16 is when I graduated. So I basically took a bunch of underwater basket weaving classes for my senior year. Learned how to rock climb. I actually learned how to breathe and do breathing classes. So yeah, those are my years.
And who was the coaches at the time?
Bielema.
Okay.
Coach Bielema. He's up at Illinois now.
And we like Bielema. He was good.
I do.
Good
Love
coach.
Bielema. Yep. My brother is actually a coach for Bielema right now, linebackers.
Got it.
They're doing well. It's basically Arkansas 2.0 up north in Illinois, and they're doing really, really well.
Good.
And we've been up there. I actually got to witness them taking control of KU. I know we're trying to promote Arkansas, but Grant won a pretty big award in Arkansas, so I like to toot his horn a little bit.
We promote lots of things here. So.
Yeah.
We'll get back to this, I promise.
Yeah. Nope.
And then after playing football here, did you play pro or?
Yeah,
Okay.
I spent 2 years in Miami with the Dolphins.
Oh, rough place to be.
It was a great place. Rough place to play football.
Yeah.
Great place to live. And we can talk about that later too. But no, it was good. I brought my then girlfriend, turned into fiance, now wife, down there with me, and it just changed our lives culturally, spiritually, and everything. And now we're back here.
That's
And we love it. And there's nothing like Miami, and we've been all over.
You like Miami, Bobby?
I do. I do. I spent a little time down in Miami.
Bobby has a boat. Bobby has a boat down there.
Really?
Yep.
Or he had a boat. It's too soon to talk about the boat he doesn't have anymore, Matt.
I buy and sell toys all the time, so it's all good.
So we go down with Bobby on his boat down there.
Yeah, that's awesome. I would love to. Invite me next time.
Yeah.
We saw Mark Cuban's. That was
It's
it.
nothing like that.
Instantly in my head, Mark Cuban's.
Not quick. But we took the boat. From,
Unfortunately, we did actually sell the boat, so yeah.
well, we'll get him to get a new one. We could talk him up, and we took the
Matt
boat
has
down.
a boat though. We just go out on Matt's. Yeah,
We go down to Bimini from Miami with him. And,
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good spot.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of good things.
yes.
That's good. You ever been to the Sugar Factory?
That's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah. Sugar Factory.
Yeah.
That's where you got to go. If you don't know where that is,
Do you know
look it
Sugar
up.
Factory?
I don't.
It's a great place to eat.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about it in Bimini.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we know Sugar.
This is down.
Yeah.
This is down in.
Celebrity owns that.
Not sure who.
Sugar. Yeah, Sugar Factory. Yeah.
Sugar Factory.
So like where they
Phenomenal
bring all
drinks.
the like crazy drinks with all the
Dude,
sugar and all
unbelievable.
that.
Yeah, they got
There's
these
a
things
few
called Krabby Patties that are literal Krabby Patties.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's super
Had
fun.
A lot of I was thinking I was
the girls would love that. Man.
Laura, did you think we'd be talking about Krabby Patties and drinks? I mean, wherever this goes, sometimes do it.
Come on, you guys.
I was just we were talking about the guys I'd reached out to, and I was like, well, I'm glad you're coming here for the anyway. So we spent the whole day at Elkins as he was helping the kids, and then we spent time talking, reminiscing. He told me some stories I didn't know, so no, I was definitely kind of anticipate we could have gone
I'm an open
sideways
book.
with Drew.
Now I'm an open book. Sometimes you just got snap your
Well, we'll come back to some of that stuff then. If we got open
Right.
book, we'll ask good questions about your best Miami stories, but maybe we'll save that for when we're off the air.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, whole other podcast. Yeah,
I enjoy being married.
yeah.
So, Lauren, just on a somber note for a second. So, Ryan's passing was very sad and out of left field, out in Destin. And anything you want to talk about there? I mean, just
Yeah, I mean, it was left field for all of us. We were actually in Branson with my oldest. She plays softball, and so she was at nationals. And so that was just kind of a phone call out of nowhere, and having to, navigate that with the family and with her. She and my brother were really close. She was 15, so trying to figure out what the rest of that week was going to look like. And she decided to finish playing the tournament just for him,
wonderful. Get goosebumps.
Yeah. And then just coming up here when they lit up the stadium and had him on the big board, it was very special. It was very hard, but the community throughout the state and throughout Northwest Arkansas and the athletic department really helped my mom and I, for sure, feel that love, hear all the stories, really those stories reiterated what we already knew about Ryan, but we just didn't know that everybody else got to see that.
Isn't that cool
part of
to
it.
hear about from others?
Yeah.
Like how I think I was at the Snoop concert here, and I think he came out in a Ryan Mallett jersey.
He did,
right after he passed away, and I go, man, just.
I thought we were talking about the original Snoop concert. Ryan was here. Where are we going with this?
No, but I was like, he came out with the jersey and the crowd went nuts. And I was like, it was just like, you're here and everybody wants to celebrate their own. And like, I just keep hearing all these things and everybody talks so wonderfully about him. So when I heard about the charity fundraiser, I said, like, let's spend a lot of time talking about, and he would have loved this, right?
Yes.
And this is right up his alley.
Yeah. Everything we've done with the foundation. So really how the foundation started was kind of once the initial shock wore off and we kept hearing the same stories from people that they got to see him with kids and they got to see his love and his love of life and his passion and that we knew we wanted to just kind of help continue that legacy of Ryan. He wasn't perfect and there's other stories that go around about him, but that was the Ryan that we want the state to continue to love and remember because that's who he was at the base of it all. He was just a big kid, honestly. And so we started talking about how do we do that? And he and I had talked about starting a foundation before he went pro. And it just never happened. I ended up getting married and have kids. He went out to New England and just it never lined up with, where we were at in life. And so we decided, he loves sports and he loved kids. And the best way that we could incorporate both of those was to create these camps for free for youth across the state, because as a mom of three of kids that play ball, and you'll find out soon if you don't know already, the cost to play those sports is astronomical, and so low-income families that have multiple kids, they may not be letting their kids play because it's just not feasible for them economically. So we wanted to figure out how the best way for us to be able to let those kids play, because we know how impactful sports can be, not just team-wise, but just the life lessons that you get out of playing a team sport. So we started partnering with the schools. We offer those camps for free for kids around the area. We did 9 this summer with 1,500 kids.
What's the age range?
The camps are for K through 8.
Okay, so not for you yet. We'll talk about pros versus Joes. Not for you yet.
I'm going to sit here and drink my beer.
And then the high school kids that participate, so like we partner with the athletic departments at these schools. Now that there's a new LEARNS requirement for these high school kids that they need community service hours, because we're a 501c3, they also, when they participate by helping us put those on, they get their volunteer hours. So we were able to award 400-ish volunteer hours this summer to high schoolers across the state. And then we also make a monetary donation to the schools that we hope they use for kids that come from those financially strapped households so that they can continue to play in the middle school and high school range when they're able to play in the school system.
That's fantastic. And that's statewide?
Yeah, we started it. It's all right now. It's all in Arkansas. Eventually, I have big dreams, but we'll start slow to expand it to Texas, where he played, and New England, and we'll kind of start in those areas if we can. But right now, we're just focusing strictly on Arkansas. We also have academic scholarships for 9th through 12th graders to be able to
Not you yet. We're almost there.
Ignore him.
to be able to go to a recruiting camp on a college campus anywhere in the United States, because that's the way these kids are getting identified in a lot of sports besides football. And then we also have an academic scholarship that we give to kids that come from a single parent household, or they were raised by their grandparents, or they come from the foster care system.
Got it. Okay. Super cool. And then pros versus Joes.
So that's our big fundraiser.
That's next week.
Yep, next Saturday.
Yep.
And so when we started thinking about a big fundraiser to kind of help continue to fund all of these ideas, again, Ryan was in mind. We didn't want something stiff that he would not have wanted to participate in. And so, honestly, Pros versus Joes game came to mind instantly. I knew he had in contact with a lot of the guys he played with, and he coached with some of them. So it was pretty easy to kind of reach out and get a hold of them. And once I started talking to them, they were on board too. So I knew we kind of had an idea for an event, and then we added.
So it was a flag football game?
It's a flag football game.
And who's coming to play for the pros? Because this is, I think, from the Joes, I think we could bring you in as an offensive guard.
Center?
So, yeah.
I used to play tackle.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So we have a Joe
I got
here.
extra jerseys, so come on.
Come on.
Yeah, we got rid of them.
So who's coming for the
Right,
pros?
so we've got Drew, Jerry's right, Joe Adams, DJ Williams, Tyler Wilson,
Yeah, you may not want to play against these guys.
Jonathan
Rethinking this.
Jonathan Williams, Jeremy Sprinkle, Bray Cook, Zach Hawker, Riddell Krim, 90% sure Casey Dick. I haven't been able to connect to for sure clarify that.
So you say Rakeem Boyd?
He's not going to be able to make it, but he was originally coming.
But this puts more pressure on him now that his name was
Yeah,
mentioned
he's
on
the
the podcast.
youngest one.
Get here.
He's in Houston, though, so it just didn't work with... Oh, Dante Stallworth, who played with Ryan at the Patriots.
He's still the best
coming
one.
from D.C.
Tom Brady?
I really did try. I haven't made contact with him yet, but I'm shooting for that the next couple of years, hopefully, at least.
And then, so who's going to represent the Joes other than Bobby Nelson? Who else you got lined up for the non-pros?
I love how I've been.
Well, I had one. Can I say?
It's for charity. It's for charity.
One of my former players that I coached reached out to me.
Tell him to come on.
And no, he's on. I'm not going to say his name, but he told me he's playing on the Joe's team, and I said, "Well, good. Now I get even competition."
Well, you want the Joes team not to get blown out 100-0. You want them to be.
Oh no!
You want it to be competitive.
This kid is one that doesn't care if there's pads on or not.
Uh-oh.
I feel like I need to start stretching.
Oh no, I love him. I love his family. He's a good
We
guy.
may not see Rob. I don't want to end up looking like this guy. I'm crushing.
I was going to volunteer, but I can't play. But I'm volunteering you.
Can't
Oh,
come
I remember the last one. It's DJ Baxendale, who is actually played pro baseball for the Razorbacks and is on the Razorback coaching staff for the baseball team.
I think I know DJ. Okay. So that's a good group.
Yeah.
So, again, if you want to play and you're a Joe, how do we get them involved?
We have about 10. I only need about 3 more, and I don't necessarily have to have 3 more, but we do have
two
spots
more now.
open.
2 more now.
You set it up.
Because we've had some
I'm
fall
not
off,
fast,
but
though.
You gotta snap the ball. I think you can knock Drew down.
Oh, you definitely could. I'll get concussed again if that happens.
Comes off the line, just throw him an elbow.
Doesn't take much.
I thought flag football is like a non-contact sport.
Whoa.
we're hoping.
Yeah. Oh God. I mean,
Maybe I should
if
get
it's
some
for
waivers
charity,
signed.
It's for charity.
it's for charity.
So where is
It's
the
worse than the tattoo.
It's going to be at Farmington High School at their stadium,
Okay.
right outside of Fayetteville.
And I assume selling tickets.
Yep. So tickets are available. You can find them. Links all over our social medias, Mallett Family Foundation. Our website's mallettfamilyfoundation.com. So links are anywhere that you'll see us on socials.
And how much are tickets?
Right now they're $25 for adults,
Okay.
10 for kids. We also have a
All going to the charity?
yep.
Perfect.
Yep. And then we do have a swag bag special for $50 where they get a goodie bag.
We need to go, and we need to cheer on Bobby.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt.
Now, if people can't go, they can still donate, and they don't have to buy tickets.
Yep.
Can they get the
You're not-
swag
you're not
bag
going?
if they don't go?
Wait, you're not
no,
going?
I'm just. A lot of people. We're all so busy, want to help, but then if they can't go,
But
so I
if
just
Bobby's
wanna
going to play starting
I'm
center,
going to go.
We're going, right?
I'm going.
Yeah, it is a bye week, so we strategically planned
Not this
this.
Saturday, next
It's
Saturday.
Next Saturday.
It's the ninth.
Oh no, I'm out of town.
I'll be there.
Oh God.
I'll be there.
But you're gonna have to FaceTime me while he's there.
Great. I'm excited now.
This is going to be great.
I mean, I feel like I need to start exercising. Well, at least the night before, have a salad or something just to get ready. Do some stretches.
How many years have you been doing this?
For what?
We just
It's first annual.
foundation.
Okay, first annual.
First annual.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Might be my last.
Well, we're not inviting him
The
back.
good thing is, like the first annual, usually you can get in there. After that, it's probably going to be too big of a deal.
We'll see. Hopefully,
You'll-
that's our goal.
You played football in high school, right?
I did.
Right?
I did. Yep. Defensive tackle.
Well, we're going to put you on the offensive line here.
We're
It will be a shorter field.
Oh, yeah, shorter field.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Well, when you're playing tackle, it really doesn't matter
Yeah.
how long the field is.
You just got to keep these little gnats like him from pushing the quarterback. Like he's going to be coming because you got to outweigh him by about it.
He'll be like Spider. He'll be a spider
Here's the
monkey
other
around
secret is
here.
once I started getting my lineup, I realized all the pros are mostly offense. There's playing any defense. So they're gonna have to play both sides.
One time in our life, I would say high school, a lot of the guys that are
That's
on the pros team probably didn't come off the field on a Friday night.
Right.
Which is very rare
Yeah.
nowadays
Yeah.
to see that. I mean, you got Travis Hunter in college doing it. Since I was little, remember playing.
But if you got on the field and said, "Hey, we want you to play cornerback for a bit," I mean, you know enough to be out there and not embarrass yourself,
we
right?
cover
Right?
3, cover 4, I'm the deepest guy.
Yeah.
Keep in front. Don't do anything else.
He's already talking football.
See that?
terminology.
Sounds good.
I hate that I'm going to be gone for this.
Where are you going to be?
Florida.
It's tough being you.
Well, I mean, he inspired
I'll take some
me to
videos
go.
for you.
Yeah.
This is going to be great.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Like it's
Starting to sweat over here. It's not the birthday.
I just got sober. Rob's like, can you guys give me some water, maybe Gatorade?
How much do you need to raise? I'll maybe just write the check.
After this, we'll get some B-roll of you guys stretching in the parking lot. Maybe Drew going out, pass protecting, Matt's coming after you. I think that would be great content.
I love that you talked him into it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm talked into it.
How many yards is this field?
80.
Oh, God.
And all you have to do is snap the ball. Snap the ball and then put your hands up, right? I
Yeah,
don't think so.
yeah. You just gotta.
Do you think I can do it? Here's the quarters are also the clock's running.
Oh,
So,
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it's like 12-minute running clock.
Yeah. How many quarters?
4.
Full 4?
We'll have decent breaks in between.
Shorter
but
field,
some
shorter
events are,
quarters.
12.
12-minute quarters?
But running clock.
but running clock.
Yeah, I never
Doesn't
stop.
stop at all.
You're not
So
gonna
you
play-
get
It'll be like a third the time.
and if you're playing offense against these guys, you're probably not going to board the
quarter.
field that much. You'll probably be the defense. as they're
I'm
going
the
up and down
shortest
field.
one, so
Like, do I need to wear, like, cleats?
It's Sturfield. Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, you need cleats.
yeah, I would love.
Yeah, no, I
to
still
see
got
him.
You can't wear your pickleball shoes.
Damn it.
Molded
What's the
cleats,
goal?
right?
So how much are we looking to raise?
You know, with it being our first year, we're looking 25,000, 30,000 would be a
That'd be
big
awesome.
deal. That would fund 6 additional camps to what we already have lined up for next year.
Any guest speakers? Is there going to be a presentation that night?
So we have immediately following the game, the concert is by Heath Sanders, who's, I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he's also from Arkansas, kind of got discovered, used to work at the railroad, got discovered on TikTok, I think, and kind of has blown up, lives in Nashville now. And we've got some sneak peek clips of him up on the social medias. If you've never heard him, his voice is amazing.
And then auction items? You guys
Yeah, we've got 7 silent auction items. The biggest one I think that people will be most excited about is a ticket package. 2 tickets to the Texas game, 2 tickets to the Oklahoma basketball game, and 2 tickets to the A&M baseball game rolled together.
That is a good.
Yeah. Then we got a really cool Razorback painting done by Tyler Arnold. Wish I would have brought my phone in here to show you guys that. I don't usually want Razorback.
Is he the guy that does all the painting for the suits and sneakers?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah. He's not doing this one in person. He is just donating it. But it's amazing. I think I love it too because the eyes on the Razorback are blue, which Ryan and I have blue.
That's the Razorback that used to hang in the gents' place.
Oh, it is?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's fantastic. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? The one that's...
Yeah. So that's going to be an auction item?
That's an auction item. Yep. And we will go live with the auction items. My goal is to get them up by Sunday evening.
Okay.
So Matt, who decided today he can't be at your event, I apologize for that. He can bid, though?
He can bid, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
So you should at least spend your money
Good,
virtually.
I like
We have
that.
a hunting, a 2-day hunting down at the Duck Lodge that Ryan used to go to a lot. It includes lodging, food, duck hunt, and alcohol for 2 nights. We've got a skeet shoot and a pheasant hunt. I think it's pheasant.
Am I allowed to do this stuff too? Can I
Bid?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Bid the price up.
Yeah.
That's just gotta happen.
And then then we'll have a package put together for the females there. More like a spa package. And then I have a friend that's putting together a cool little cutting board that's got Ryan's autograph that says "Go Hogs." They were able to take that, extract that, and put it into the wood. So I'm excited
Any
to see
like
that.
game warm Ryan merch that you could put out there? Anything you want to sell of his that's like an autographed jersey from the Patriots? That stuff would go for top dollar.
Yeah, there's some legal stuff around that right now.
All right, we'll talk about that off because Rob would write a big check for that.
Yeah.
I think it's Matt's shirt. I'm already going to
Well, I mean, you are going to be around, so you might as well buy it.
You'll buy it.
Yeah, let Matt handle that stuff.
You know he's not going to write a big check. Yeah, he is. Do you feel good about buying a Ryan Mallett signed jersey?
You never know.
Wasn't sure it said you can't.
Well, I don't have a signed jersey anyway.
Yes, you can do it. I would, but yeah. No, but seriously, I like that you can. Everyone will be able to bid, and we can start the bidding this weekend. Mm-hmm. So we need to know the website. Put that.
Yeah, we'll put it up over here on the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
Yep.
And then
Should chill that in text.
the games next week. So you're gonna.
So this is going to air Thursday next week. So this is going to go 2 days right after that. So Saturday the 9th.
So maybe we can do an early teaser
Oh, yeah. We'll tease this Monday, Tuesday,
to get
Wednesday.
the website for the auction.
And then the guys are actually doing from 11 to 11:45 a meet and greet and autograph session with the kids. So,
Oh, that's awesome.
With the kids?
well, I guess if adults really want to, go for it.
I mean...
Yeah, he's the fanboy.
No. What I'm thinking about is you keep me down there and you can get introduced to the kids.
Like, I might.
They don't like you may have to sign autographs.
Yeah. I'm Bobby from the BT podcast.
Yeah, the kids don't care about that. Kids want to talk to the players.
Well, honestly, a lot of these kids, too, they're going to want to talk to the players because their parents know this group of players.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, the younger kids, don't necessarily remember them, which was kind of funny with some of our camps. You know, we had Jarius and Broderick Green out at P Ridge, and I remember them talking, and the kids were like, you hold a record at the U of A. You played football at the U of A.
Yeah.
Like, they don't know because it's been a little while. So.
Okay.
Well, honestly, to say that, it's been a little while since we've been good.
Yeah.
So there's a big correlation.
Yeah.
with
This
that.
year's been good. This year's been good.
We're good.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the beginning. I mean,
I don't know. My
More
expectations.
exciting than
it's not top 25.
I don't have. There's just not a whole lot of expectations for me. I played, so I understand how it is. It's hard. And
Yeah.
SEC football is not easy.
no, it's the hardest league you're going to play in. The NFL was more businessy than competitive. And that's the truth from someone that has been there. And most guys can say probably the same. It's strictly business. And that's why some of them leave early, because it's just not fun anymore.
Well, with NIL, everybody's counting checks right now, and everybody wants to get to the next level and not, right? What's the success rate on guys that graduate here and go make millions of dollars in the pros? It's also a very limited number unless you're the top echelon, right?
Maybe 2%. Maybe. I know high school to college is like 0.25 or something like that. And that's D1. And it gets a little bit bigger to probably 1 or 2% when you go D2, and then add D3, it might go to 4 or 5. Don't quote me on those, but it's just like, it's more of a thing that's to say, I did that. I was disciplined enough. I trained myself. Yep. I'm more than capable of handling this. And, that's kind of what Ryan was. He just was a big kid that had all the athletic ability in the world, but also understood the game like no one else did. I mean, Tom Brady, I was listening to Tom on Instagram the other day talk about he had to go through a program at Michigan and be developed from being a 7th-string quarterback to developing into a starter. In the NFL, you are developed into being a starter and having to learn this complex system, and everything has just been dumbed down to the standard of we just want to play kids fast and play simple. But in all reality, it's kind of hurting a lot of these rookie quarterbacks. And that's why I think Ryan had so much success, is because he was developed to be a complex human being in a very chaotic world, but it was comfortable for him.
You got a good Ryan story for us from the football side, and then anything you want to share, a good Ryan story from the family side?
Oh man,
PG-13, of course.
No, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of really good stories that me and Mallett share. Just because he was around whenever I was going through the process of my draft and going undrafted, and him just being there for me and being a guy that just didn't give 2 licks about if he was a 1st string and you were 7th string. He was same eye level at all times, made you feel comfortable around him. I like to call him an icebreaker, because it didn't matter who he was. He could blend with everybody. Didn't matter if you were 6'5", 4'10", you had a disability or didn't have a disability. He genuinely just had that charisma with people to make them feel good. And that's kind of what I needed from him at the time. Like, hey, I need a quarterback that can come throw me routes one day. And he goes, yeah, man, me and Noodle will be out there. Noodles, remember Noodle? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I need to talk to him. But Ryan said, yeah, I'll be there, man. Let's get after it. The hardest ball I ever caught. Like, I thought my hands were broken.
Missile?
Oh, dude, I'm 20 yards away, and it felt like it was me to you on a dart. And I was thinking, being however 6'10", it felt like, however tall he was, you would think that he would like reach all the way back and just rocket it. But no, it was the tightest release, and it was over top, and it always felt like it was coming down at you. Yeah, no. At that point, I realized someone's an idiot for not signing this guy back. This guy can absolutely launch a ball. And I mean, that was my first experience with Ryan. It was how incredibly talented he was with his words and his actions, and they both matched up. He was the same guy on the field as he was off the field. And I mean, that's just my 2 cents. And there's a lot of guys out there that know him a lot better than I do. But I think that's one thing that we would all say in comments. Ryan's the same dude. You ain't going to get someone different. Yeah. He's the same dude day in, day out.
I'll piggyback off that hardball story. When we were living at home, because I'm about 4 years older than him, grade-wise, our mom, if she would ground us, if dad grounded you, you weren't really grounded. But if mom grounded you, you were grounded. The only way we could get out of the house was if I said I was going to go catch routes for him at the field. Yeah, I was pretty much done after he hit 7th grade. I was like, we just lied and said we were catching routes, and then our friends would meet us at the field. But I was like, I am not catching that ever again. He got to a point where I was like, absolutely not.
That's a great.
I mean, the guys that played with Ryan, like, they're probably thinking, Drew, you're soft. Like, no, I get it. Yeah, dude. I mean, hey-o. Yeah, you guys cut from him. I didn't.
But what I love most about those is because I'm not super close to the pro sports thing, but you read and you hear and the drugs and all the abuse and the nonsense, and then you hear stories about class individuals, and you go, like he didn't have to do any of that stuff for you, right? Like, he just did because he's just a good dude. Yeah. Like those are the things you go, like, how do you pay that back to somebody else? How do you show up at this charity event next week and give back to one of our local guys here who was just so good with everybody? I mean, those are just great stories.
And I think he learned that. I remember when he was young, he would come do like the Bat Boy program with the baseball team. And so he was that kid that always wanted the autographs. And I think there was a couple of times where, some of the guys were just, they didn't, not that they didn't care, but they just didn't have time to.
Too busy.
Too busy.
Yeah, no,
And I think that really sank into him personally because, there's stories here from the Patriots where he'd be the last one on the field signing autographs because if there was a kid, he's going to make sure they got their autographs signed.
Class.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's awesome.
Class act.
That's a testament to how he was raised. I think his mom played a big part in that one too.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. And Dad.
Yeah, and Pops, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, anything else you want to share with us? We'll put the website up. We'll make sure we get folks out there. It's at Farmington High School on November 9th. What time?
Gates open at 11.
Oh, it's a day game.
It's a day game. Yeah.
Bobby's not awake by 11 o'clock on a Saturday. Typically. That's a whole problem. He likes to play under the lights.
It's a day game. We had to keep it earlier because what I didn't think about, and then scheduling the entertainment afterwards, is that, guys that play the guitar, it gets too cold and they can't play out there very long. Their hands get too cold. So we had to keep it more in the daytime to make sure that it's not too cold for them to play.
Rain or shine?
Yeah, rain or shine.
Oh, God.
But good news is it looks good right now.
Yeah.
It looks good for sunshine.
Saturday, Farmington High School, 11:30,
Gates open at 11.
okay.
Game starts at 12:30.
12:30. And then tickets are $25 for adult.
10 for kids.
And then you said there's a VIP swag bag for $50.
Yep.
Great auction items.
Yes.
And we'll post the website and information.
Okay.
Thank you guys both for coming in.
Yeah, so
Thank
much.
This was great.
Appreciate it.
Great meeting you.
Great cause, and we're going to do everything we can to push it for you guys.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Pleasure. Thank you.